Welcome to Beginner's Yoga with Jennifer. We don't need any props, so let's get started. Coming into a seated position, we're going to start to rotate through the neck. Turn your head to the right hand side, transferring it across the front of your chest and coming up to the left. And then coming back to the right, coming over to the left, and back to the right. Let's go one more time. Coming back to the center now and taking your hands out in front of you, stretching through your interlaced fingers. And then turning your palms outwards, just really feeling that stretch through the shoulder blades. Taking your hands to the top of your shoulders now, we're going to rotate clockwise. Just drawing your shoulders down away from your ears, bringing your elbows towards each other. And then in an anti-clockwise direction. Now taking your right hand and placing it on your left knee. Left hand becomes behind your back, in line with your spine, pushing up through the ground, opening up through the chest and looking over your shoulder, left hand side. Coming back to the center, we're going to do the same thing opposite side. So left hand's coming to right knee, right hand's coming behind your back, palm is facing your spine, pushing up through the floor, opening up the chest, right hand side, looking over your shoulder on the right hand side. And come back to the center. We're going to do a bend to the right hand side now, lifting your left arm up and over the top, keeping on the midline. And then we're going to windmill over the top to the left hand side, right arm's coming up and over the top in the midline of your body. And we're going to transition back over to the right hand side. And then over to the left. Picking your legs out in front of you now, feet are flexed. Nice deep breath in, taking both arms up to the sky. And you're going to lengthen through the spine and crown of the head before folding over. Doesn't matter where you get to, you can place your hands on your shins or even your thighs. If you're able to reach your feet, then fantastic. And just use your breath, each inhalation, exhalation, to come a little bit deeper into the position. Coming back to center slowly and then taking your legs out in a V shape. Nice deep breath in. And we're going to lengthen through the spine and the crown of the head, coming over to the left hand side. Again, just using that inhalation, exhalation to come a bit deeper into the pose. And then gently coming up through the spine, coming to the right hand side now. Deep breath in, exhale, fold. And coming back to the center. Extend your left leg out in front of you, right leg's coming into your groin. Going to take another fold, nice deep breath in, lengthening through the spine and the crown of the head. Just taking hold of your leg wherever you can reach it. Again, remember to use that breath to help you get a little bit deeper. Coming back to center, and we're going to swap legs over. Right leg's extending, left leg is folding. Inhale, exhale, fold. And coming back to the center. We're going to come into a tabletop position now on your mat. You want your knees hip distance apart, shoulders your arms are shoulder distance apart, fingers splayed open nice and wide on the mat, top of feet pressing into the mat. And as you're inhaling in, you're looking up towards the sky. And as you exhale, curving through the spine, bringing chin to chest. So you're inhaling on the up and exhaling down. And you can stay in this routine now if you'd like to keep just going through with your cat and your cow, or we're going to bring some movement in here. Shifting our weight to the left-hand side, coming back to the center, and then coming into extended child's pose. Back to the center, shifting weight to the right-hand side, and then forwards. Shifting weight over to the left-hand side, back to the center, into extended child's pose, back to the center, over to the right-hand side, and then coming forwards. And we're coming to the center of the mat now. Nice deep breath in. Raise your arms up to the sky. Interlace fingers. And then stretching to the right-hand side. Coming back to the center. And stretching to the left-hand side. Inhale, and then we're going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhaling up, following your hands with your eyes, and exhale down. Inhaling up, gaze is coming up to the sky. And exhale down, chin is coming to chest. And now as we inhale up, we're going to come up onto our toes. Inhaling up, coming up onto toes. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Couple more. Now we're going to come to the front of our mat and do a sun salutation. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhaling, taking arms up to the sky. Gentle back bend. Inhale, exhale to forward fold. Bringing hands to the hips. Coming into ragdoll pose. Gentle micro bend in the knee. Inhale, halfway lift, extending through the crown and the spine. Exhale, fold. Placing hands on the mat, right leg comes back first, followed by left. You're in your plank position, lowering yourself down to the ground, and then pushing up into cobra. Lowering yourself down to the ground, tucking toes underneath, and pushing into your downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal out through the feet. And then taking left leg up to the sky, reaching all the way through to the front of the mat, joining it with the right leg, taking a moment in ragdoll position, and then gently rolling up through the spine, lifting your arms all the way up to the sky, big stretch up, and bring hands to heart center. And we're going to do our second round of sun salutation. Starting from your mountain pose. Bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, raise them up to the sky, gentle back bend from your thoracic spine, not from your lumbar spine. So that's the top of your back. Inhale, exhale, fold. If you don't need assistance with your back, you can take your hands all the way down instead of placing them on your hips. Inhale, exhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Left leg's coming back first this time, followed by right. You're in your plank pose, lowering yourself all the way down to the ground, pushing yourself up into cobra. Tucking toes underneath and pushing all the way up into your downward facing dog. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears and taking a moment here to pedal out through the back of the heels, getting those hamstrings nicely stretched. Right leg's coming up this time, sweeping through to the front of the mat, followed by left. Take a moment to hang out here in ragdoll pose. You can take your elbows in your hands and gently rock from side to side, just loosening up your lower back. And then gently coming up, stacking each vertebra on top of the other, taking hands up to the sky and bringing them back to heart center. Taking a moment in your mountain pose before stepping to the center of the mat. We're going to do chair pose now, so you want your feet to be about thumb distance apart from each other. Nice deep breath in, raise your arms up to the sky, and you're going to come into a squat as though you're sitting on a chair. Coming back up to center. We're going to do that again. Nice deep breath in, arms coming to sky. Exhale to seat. And then returning to the center and releasing your hands. Coming back to the front of your mat now, we're going to do Warrior One. So we're lifting up the left leg, and taking it to the back of the mat. You want a nice right angle in that front knee. Hips are facing forward. Your left foot is back but pointing to the top left-hand corner of your mat. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. Gentle back bend. So you want a nice right angle in that front knee. Hips are facing forward. Take your hands down either side, step to the front of the mat. And then we're going to go for Warrior One on the opposite side. So right leg's lifting up this time, stepping to the back of the mat. Just checking that foot is pointed to the top right-hand corner of your mat. Nice right angle in that front left knee, hips facing forward. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. Gentle back bend. And you can transition right into Warrior Two from this position. So your hips are going to be coming out to the side. Same right angle in that front knee. Arms are out either side of your body. Gaze is over your left hand. Your back foot is pointing to the edge of the mat. Transition directly into Warrior Two. So come up and then back into the center. So you've got your right foot forward this time. Nice right angle in that front knee. Left leg's pointing out to the side of the mat. Arms are nice and strong on either side of your body. Hips facing out to the side. Gaze is over your right hand. Engaging core and stepping to the front of the mat now. And we're going to come into a standing split. So take both hands down to the front of the mat, shifting your weight over to the left-hand side, taking your right leg out behind you. And then drawing that right leg in, shifting weight over to the right hand side, drawing left out behind you. Gently coming back up to the center. You're going to come to the center of your mat now. Nice deep breath in, raising arms up to the sky. You're going to come over to the left hand side, shifting weight over left hand side and lifting up your right foot. Finding your balance, your focus. And coming back to center, shifting weight over to the right hand side now. Transferring over to the right hand side and lifting up that left foot. We're going to open up into a goddess pose now. Take a nice wide stance and squat with your legs. Bring hands to heart center and come up and transition down and up and down, up and down. Can you go a little bit lower? Come up and down. Final time. And down. And come back to the center. Coming down onto the mat now. Just going to bring our knees in towards our chest. And you can gently rock from side to side if you feel like your back needs a little massage. And then taking our legs out into butterfly position. And just letting gravity take hold. If you want a bit more of a stretch, you can place your hands on your thighs and gently push them open. Taking your legs up to the center of the mat and then letting them fall over to the left-hand side. Faces coming to the right. Gentle supine twist. Bring legs back to the center. Legs coming over to the opposite side. Faces coming out to the left. Returning back to the center. And gently coming up into a seated position and crossing legs, bringing hands to heart center. And you're all done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this beginner's class. Namaste.